It is Thursday the 16th of July here at Paultons Park, and here is Serpents Curse. We will do this update again over 2 days. So today, likely tomorrow, maybe Saturday. And it's less than 24 hours since we were last here. I'm actually on my way to work today, so we're around about 1 o'clock. But look how much has been done. Station building over there we'll get a very quick look on, but you can see track is towering on the turnaround point to come back down to the splash zone down there. That is how much they've installed. I mean, it can't have been long. They must have started early this morning. It's just incredible how quickly it's going up. So again, from today, let's get you some shots of what's going on the site, starting with the station building up there and leading down to this piece that's gone up here. And then of course we'll switch. You won't see it on the video so much, apart from the changes, and we'll move to the next day where I kind of expect that turnaround to be done and us heading down towards the splash zone. Here is a look over to the station, and you can see the structure which kind of starts over the back area where the maintenance building is and then comes around the front of the station where we believe it will end over to the exit. In fact, it's quite clear now that will be the end of it by the archway of the roof. So far nothing over the actual station area, but it really has taken shape over the last couple of days, particularly in height form as well, and there's still plenty to go up on here too. Final view of this before we pan round to the track from the side. Again, there's a lot of concrete at the front here. A lot of it will be used for bridges and things. It won't necessarily be used for station building, but it'll be interesting to see how it develops. But this is the big news from Thursday, and this of course is the track going up to the turnaround point which has been installed. Since we were last at the park, the bunny hop over the back, the airtime hill over the back, which you can see in the background there, was installed. Back down and then up to the turnaround point and what will be the top hat, and you will see that later on in the video. Interestingly, these are a couple of different bits of track. You'll see that the track switches from having a spine to having no spine for this bit down the back over the airtime before shooting back up, and then you'll see the spine reintroduced to go over the top bit. But the views are just brilliant, and you are going to fly over this, absolutely fly over both of these elements you see in shot now, which is kind of the first airtime, the second airtime. After the 90-degree turn, you'll fly around again before coming down to the splash zone. It'll be interesting to see on the splash zone, obviously, exactly how much dip we get before going into there. But here's a close-up of the track. It looks kind of like more normal track without the spine on it, before the spine reintroduces to go back over the top hat element, which we can't wait to see in. That is going to look fantastic as we give you some close-ups of what's going on the bits that have been installed. Station building is coming along quick down the bottom, and indeed as well, track is coming along really quick here as we are at this turnaround point. I wouldn't mind betting this afternoon that the next piece, maybe 2 pieces of track, will go in ready then for the splashdown section down here to go in very, very soon after. But what progress they've made in the last 24 hours. We are going to get a few shots from here and around the corner as well before switching then, and we'll be back tomorrow, which you'll see at the end of the video. Some views from the top end, and of course we want to get as many views as we can because this won't look like this again. Once the track's complete, we won't get to see track just sort of hanging in the air and not complete. You know, this will be the only time we can get this as it's themed. We may never see these again, depending on what theming goes in. So we're trying to cover as much as we can on it, and you can see the airtime hill over the back, and particularly see as well the change in the track type before coming up here. A close-up of the back area, which was installed over the last 24 hours. It just looks brilliant. I have to say the elements on here really do look impressive as we head around to the turnaround point. And as we look up towards the whole site, there's quite a lot of track to still be installed. We think they'll probably get it done over the next couple of days. And as we pan around, you can see the top piece hanging there. And again, we want to get these really odd shots because we will never see it like this again. As far as I'm aware, all the supports are in, so there's quite a big gap between these two. I'd love to see how they do these bits of track. Sadly, I'm off to work, so I'm not going to. But there are some close-ups of Serpents Curse for today, Thursday the 16th of July. It is looking magnificent. I have a feeling next time we come, it's going to look very, very different as well in the next 24 hours or so as it completes this and swoops down. And this is quite a drop as well, to be honest with you. So again, we won't put in a dodgy transition this time. Here's what it looks like now, and we'll be back and we'll show you what it looks like hopefully tomorrow. It's the next day, we are back at Paultons Park. It's Friday the 17th and it's done. It's done. We can see the track through here. It's done. Down to where I think it's going to be going, in honesty, which is indeed the splash zone area. There's a lot of work to do afterwards by all means, but I think for now it's done. Just unreal. I mean, look at that top hat over there. We are obviously going to get some close-ups of the track, especially with the main layout complete, and then we will get a close-up as well to what's going on the building. But oh my, Serpents Curse has come to life in the space of a week. Look at this. Oh, it's incredible. Right, let's get some shots. We are back in the park, and what a transformation over the last 24 hours. This is the top hat element and the drop down. Again, you see the track change as well. The spine is there for the corner and not there for the final dip in. But look at this. There is indeed a good amount of hill here before you head into the splashdown area, and that is where the track currently stops. So we don't expect too much more to be installed at the moment, to be honest. They're working quite hard down this area. They've obviously got the splash zone to sort out. They've got more elements to sort out, and this at the moment is the only access to the site too. So we're not really expecting any more track to go in at this point. Of course, that's not necessarily the case. They might do it, but at this point, seemingly not. And here's the end. This is where they stopped at the moment, and you can see as well there's no further supports in yet for what's going on. But look at this. Look at the turnaround point. The shoot up from the second airtime hill back round the top hat and down just looks spectacular. You will then rise up before hitting the splash zone. Can't wait for this. Right, a quick look at the building. Actually, less has been done on the building over the last 24 hours, to be fair, compared to how we saw it yesterday. It doesn't look too dissimilar. There's a little bit at the back, but nothing too major. But we definitely expect this now to take shape over the next couple of weeks. It's not that often, honestly, that I'm lost for words, but the speed in which this has gone up and how good it looks is just something else. It really is. We've had a few close-ups there, but just sort of from here, you can see the station building has really taken shape. You know, work is continuing there, much like it is over here, and the coaster is complete right down to the splashdown, which is what we expected, because there's a lot of work that's got to happen around here. But some of the elements, I mean, you got the bunny hop over the back, which we did see yesterday, and then we were trying to figure out this top hat and exactly what it will look like, because it's hard to tell sometimes when track's on the floor. But my God, it proper is going to take you right to left, back right again, and swing you down. It'd be really interesting to see at what pace this takes you at as well. But obviously on top of this, not only have you got 1, 2 airtime hills here, you've got another one just going in. And actually this comes up a little bit further here than what I thought it did. The track, look, is right here. It's right here. Now we know you've got some close-ups of it and you'll have seen it there, but it's right there. It's pretty much touching distance away. It is so close. The interaction when you're sitting here at the feasting hall eating and this flies past you is gonna be absolutely incredible. It really is. Right, that's the top end of the site done. We need to get some close-ups of what's going on down here. From the side view, here is a look going into the top hat element, and obviously we will see it coming out very shortly as well. I love the look of this, I really do, the way the track just sort of twists away from the lift hill and then back again, and here is the completed corner as we head down to the splash zone. I love this shot. This shot is fantastic. There's some really good elements on this water coaster, much different to what I expected. I just can't wait to see what theme they add in next. We did say the view of the lift hill was going to change very, very quick, and it has changed. We haven't even walked around the other side yet, but look at this coming down here. I'm genuinely blown away by this project. I really am. You think what Paultons have achieved with the rest of Valgard over there, including obviously the veiled swing, which we can see, but Draken over the back, to then follow up with this, which was the plan all along. We were always told this is the plan all along. This is the end of Valgard, or the original plan of Valgard. So to say there won't be an extension further down the line, of course, but the original plan of Valgard with Serpents Curse. Just breathtaking, it really is. A view from the bottom end, and as we said, we knew this was going to change. The view of the lift hill, which we've been getting over the last couple of days, was one of those unique ones which we won't see again, because now we have the final turnaround point heading down to the splash zone in place. So the view is very different. That's why we wanted to get these shots. But look at this, it still looks fantastic, to be fair, as we come down. And we'll get a close-up shortly of the splashdown area, and it really kind of shows you the track and how it will develop and dip before going over, particularly in this shot here. Look at this. So yeah, Serpents Curse, it has come along at huge pace at Paultons Park. It's looking really, really impressive, and they've made great progress over the last week, and we can see most of the track is now in place. You can now see 5 coasters from the car park as you enter Paultons Park, and Serpents Curse there standing out over Valgard. It's been brilliant to watch it over the last week go up Serpents Curse. We've really enjoyed it, even if we've only been out of beer for a little bit, obviously due to work commitments, but just look at it. It's incredible. Hope you've enjoyed the track going up. There's still plenty more to come from this project, and of course we'll be covering it. What a view though, what a view.